What's going on, guys? It's your boy Zac Smith, and I've just touched down in Adelaide. I want to be spending the next couple of days with the Ryderwear team. I'm just about to pick me up from the airport, so feeling fresh after my 2-hour flight from the Gold Coast. I'm ready to get started. Let's go. What's up, guys? In the car on the way to the Ryderwear HQ, where we are going to be looking at a new range called Power. I'm going to be doing a photo shoot for that range too, which I'm very excited about. More of a bodybuilding feel, so I'm looking forward to showing you guys that. Make sure, while I've got your attention, to like, subscribe, and also click that bell so you get notifications when I'm putting out new content. All right, let's see what we've got in store for us.
Being completely honest, I actually forgot my vlog camera today, so I'm really glad that the Ryderwear team provided me with an A7, and I've been told, oh yeah, sushi. Thank you guys, appreciate it. He said, do you like gym? I was like, I love doing photo shoots, yeah. Like I was just saying before, once you've done it a few times or many times, you start to get in a bit of a routine. It becomes a lot easier, a lot more free flowing, and it's better for the photographer or the videographer and the model. It makes things a lot faster, and these guys were worried about getting things done today. Ain't nothing to worry about with your boy. Let's go!
So that is it for the Power Range photo shoot. I do like the range. It's awesome, breathable, really comfortable, as I said before. But you know what? It's time to get a workout in. Let's go, baby.
Done and dusted. We did 7 exercises, about 5 sets each, between 8 and 12 reps. Usually at this point in my life I'm training between 6 and 10. I'm trying to build a little bit more mass, but today's session was more a volume session because yesterday I trained shoulders, so today again more of a volume session, just to get the blood flowing around the working muscles, get a big pump, get a bit of a sweat on. Also because it looks better on camera, but because also I'm trying to get a bit of a sweat, lift the tempo up, and make it a bit more exciting. But yeah, we're gonna go get some food now, so I'll bring you guys with me.
What's up, guys? So just finished the workout. Usually when I finish my workout, I'll have a protein shake if I can't get a meal in with about, I don't know, after 45 minutes for my workout. So I had a protein shake. Now we're at Guzman and Gomez, which is just a Mexican restaurant. And I know a lot of you guys are going out a lot with your friends and you don't know what to eat when you go out. And it's not always you have to come prepared, bring like a pre-prepared meal. That's just impossible to do at 100% of the time unless you're like fully into your bodybuilding and you're doing competitions and things like that, which I'm not right now, so that's fine. When you go out, it's about choices. So right now I got a burrito bowl, but I got extra meat, so it's double the protein. I got no cheese. My body doesn't really react as well with lactose, so I usually choose not to have cheese. And also it's got a higher saturated fat content too. So I asked for white rice beans for the carbs. So after our workouts, we want to have carbs and protein, especially if you want to grow. If you want to stay really lean, then sometimes you might lower the carbs as well. But right now, double meat in my burrito bowl, and then I also got some nachos as well. I'm not specifically dieting for anything right now, so I'm gonna have extra chips in here with the burrito bowl, but also an extra portion of protein too, because as you guys might not know, protein is building blocks for building muscle. That is a wrap for today. The sun's going down, my belly's full, and I feel like going home to relax. That is a wrap for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Sweet. What's up, everybody? Day 2 here in Adelaide with the Ryderwear squad. We are just on our way to Rock Solid Gym. I have trained at that gym before and it is not bad at all. We're going to be doing some photo shoots for the new range that's coming out. So, as you guys know, if there's a gym involved, I'm down, I'm ready, let's go. So today we're going to be training arms, and what I usually like to do when I'm training arms is to separate biceps and triceps. Sometimes I superset them in between, but usually I like to start with biceps and then move into triceps. Today, with the workout I'm doing with you guys, I'm going to start with triceps first. We're going to do 4 exercises for tris, and I'm going to do 4 exercises with bis. First exercise for triceps is going to be our skull crusher. Now when I'm setting this up, I want you to make sure you check where I'm bringing the weight down to, where my arms are, my elbows are. So what I want to make sure we're doing is keeping our elbows nice and tight with this movement. Also what I want to make sure you're doing is bringing the weight to our skull, not to our face. So bring it towards our upper forehead, and that's going to make sure we get a full range of motion. I like to have my grip quite close, just about shoulder width apart. Make sure our elbows are tucked in, and we're going to bring the weight down to our forehead. If you like, you can get a little bit extra range of motion and bring it over your head. Our next set, after our warm-up set, we can add a little bit more weight, as you can see. The reps were between 8 and 12, so my first set, which was a warm-up, we could do about 15, but now on this, between 8 and 12. So we're progressively moving up in weight with each set, and we're usually gonna move down in reps, because as your body gets fatigued, you're only able to do less reps. 12 reps on that, and if we were to keep going, continue to add weight, and then as we add weight, less reps per set. Our next exercise is going to be an overhead tricep extension. Starting off our workout with 2 overhead exercises, first with the skull crusher. Now this one, we're going to use 1 dumbbell at a time. We're going to kick it up onto our shoulder, in a nice setup position, and then from there, we're going to lift it above our head. We're going to perform between 8 and 12 reps, just like all the exercises we do today, between the rep range of 8 and 12. Setup phase for me. Start on the shoulder like this, quite a strong position, the weight's not going anywhere, got a nice neutral spine, switch on our core, and then from here, you can take the weight. I like to make a diamond with my fingers around the weight, and then when we've got it here, nice strong position, switch on your core, and then bring the weight down. So typically, I do between 4 and 5 sets for each exercise. What that means is the first set, sometimes a warm-up set, or it's a bit lighter, and then we progressively move up in weight. So for instance, today, we start off on 35 kilos on this exercise in particular. Now we're going to 40. The next set would be 45. And then if I can, for the 4th set, I'll go 50. And the reps would look something like 12, 10, 8, 8, something like that. So as we move up in weight, we move down in reps. So just then, pretty easy 10 reps on 40. So that indicates to me that I can probably get 50 for about 8. So always moving up in weight. And if you can, keep the reps up too. Exercise number 3 for today is going to be a tricep push down. I'm going to superset that with the tricep extension using the rope. So when we're doing these exercises, make sure you keep your core switched on. Always between 8 and 12 for this workout. 8 and 12 reps that is. We're gonna do 4 sets, and in between sets, we're gonna have a 1.5 minute break. So 90 seconds rest between them, but there's no rest between this exercise and that one. Try and keep your upper arm vertical, and it's only your forearm that's moving up and down. So each set, try and match the same reps as we do here. When we come to the bottom, we're gonna push our pinkies outwards to get the most muscle fibers contracted as possible. If we tried to use the same weight here as we did with the push down, we simply wouldn't be able to do it with correct technique and good form. This one is more about slow, controlled technique to really burn out the tricep in each superset. So our last exercise for triceps is going to be a dip. You can do assisted dips, you can do bench dips. There's plenty of variations to doing a dip. However, this one is the one I want to show you today. So when we're setting up, usually they'll have an option for a wide grip or a close grip. I'm going to use a close grip. Sometimes you might not be able to fit within here. I'm going to go nice and close, see how this goes. And I want you to see the upper arm is keeping quite vertical. And once again, we're just using our forearm to extend all the way up. It's a great exercise to be doing to failure at the end of a tricep workout to really burn out the triceps muscles. So we've finished our triceps, now we're gonna move on to our biceps. This exercise is one of my favorites for building mass in my biceps. You can do it with a seated preacher curl, but I like to stand up, just a personal preference. When we're setting up, try and make sure that this pad is maybe 2 inches below our underarm so we can get a full range of motion. You can switch your hand grips from nice and wide to a little bit closer. Today we're going to use a close grip. So as I explained before, when we're using different hand grips, we're going to target different parts of the muscle. So to warm up, just like before, between 8 and 12 reps, we'll do 4 sets of each exercise. Warm up set is out of the way. Just like triceps, progressively move up in weight. And when we move up in weight, usually we'll go down in reps as each set goes on. 2 more. So on that last rep, I had to swing my body a little bit. I engaged a bit of my core to get that last rep up, and that's fine. However, I wouldn't suggest to be doing that for your whole set. If you're just trying to get to a goal number of reps, then it's okay to swing at the end. You're still getting half of the rep, and that's better than no rep at all. And when you really start to struggle with your repetitions, that's when they're starting to work. So make sure you don't avoid the pain, search for the pain, because the pain means you're gonna have progress. Progress means we're either gonna get bigger, more shredded, or whatever your goal is. Don't run away from the pain. Exercise number 2 for biceps is gonna be a hammer curl. Now the reason why I do hammer curls the way I do them, and I do them like this, across the body, is because I find it a lot easier to isolate the bicep than I do when I'm bringing it forward like this in front of my body. The reason for that is the biomechanics of my body, and everybody is different, means that when I'm doing a straight bicep curl like this, a hammer curl, my anterior deltoid, the front of my shoulder here, takes a lot of the load. Therefore, not isolating the bicep as much as I would like. Now, if I'm doing the curls this way, less of the shoulder is incorporated and more of the bicep is isolated. We're gonna be doing between 8 and 12 reps. We're gonna be doing 4 sets, alternating between the right and the left arm. So, what you'll notice is we have a straight bar and then we have a rope. We're gonna be doing a superset today for our 3rd exercise for biceps. Superset, if you guys don't remember, 2 exercises, no rest in between. So we're gonna use a straight bar because what we've done in the first couple of exercises is an easy bar, which our wrists are in this position here at a 45-degree angle. So we wanna have our hand grips different and varied through our workout to make sure we're hitting different parts of the muscle. So another variation to this could be having a pronated grip, which means our palm facing down. That's gonna use more of our forearm here and also medial head of the bar here. So if you wanna make sure you're trying different hand grips to make sure you get the most out of every single workout. Let's get started with this superset. With our superset, try and use the same, not the same weight, but get the same reps. So that was a full stack over there, which is only 50 kilos. Now over here, I'm gonna do half the weight with the same number of reps. Back to a neutral grip, holding the rope. Keep our elbows nice and close to our body, shoulders back, and flick our wrists outwards at the end of each rep. Four sets down, moving on to our last final exercise for our arm workout today. Final exercise for biceps, final exercise for our arm workout today is going to be crucifix curl. We're taking these two, the highest possible cable pulley. We're going to lean forward a little bit, 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, and from here we're going to try and get a nice full range of motion into a bicep curl. Try and punch ourselves in the top of the head. Probably not the goal, but it looks like that. Nice full range of motion and a squeeze and hold for 1 second at the end of each rep. Same as the others, between 8 and 12 reps, we're doing 4 sets. The arm workout is done and dusted, got a lot of blood rushing around the arms, feeling good, feeling pumped, ready to do our photo shoot. After the photo shoot, we're heading back to HQ and we've got a podcast going on there. We've got a whole bunch of other stuff to bring to you guys before the end of this vlog, so stay tuned, let's go. So shooting on location is it's probably more fun for me because it's just training in the gym. It's what I would usually be doing, it's what I love to do, it's my passion. So whether I've got a videographer here, photographer here, shooting me, it's no different. Like, it's more exciting, I get to see the content, but I also just love being in the gym. So I guess it's a bit more fun, a bit more fast paced than being in a studio shooting, but studio shooting is good too. I've done it so many times, kind of know exactly what looks good, how my body looks in certain angles, and how to make sure it's done in the most efficient and fast way too. So even yesterday when I rocked up for our photo shoot yesterday, you would have seen some behind the scenes footage of me doing it, and it was very methodical, like I know exactly what to do and to do it quickly and most efficiently, just to make sure we get the job done. So there is differences between both of them, but I love creating content and I love to shoot, but I most certainly love being in the gym. So we've just finished up our workout, finished up our photo shoot, and now we're heading back to Ryderwear HQ where we're going to be recording a podcast. We're going to film that as well for you guys to check out later on the channel. But man, it's been a long day. Feel good though, feel good. Let's go. So that is it for my trip to Adelaide with the Ryderwear squad. It has been fun. Super tired right now. We've done a lot of shooting today. So I'm going to kick the feet up, relax a little bit, and then head back to the Gold Coast. But if you guys are interested, stay tuned for the new power drop. It has been really good to wear. I do rate it. So if you guys want to get your hands on it, wait for the drop and then purchase before it sells out. Stay tuned, like, subscribe, and click that bell button so you're notified every time new videos like this come out. And I'll see you on the next vlog.